Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're talking about something we all do, but let's be honest, a lot of us really struggle with sleep. We're going to break down why something so natural can feel so complicated, and more importantly, how you can take back control.
Okay, let's just jump right in with this idea from sleep coach Vizal Dasani, because it really gets to the heart of the problem, right? This one sentence just perfectly captures that feeling of anxiety. We try so hard to force it to happen, and by doing that, we just end up pushing it further and further away. And that right there, that's the big question, isn't it? We are literally born knowing how to do this, so why does it feel like such a battle as adults? In this explainer, we're going to untangle that paradox and help you move from feeling anxious about sleep to feeling like you're actually in the driver's seat.
So here's the thing. First up, we've got to completely redefine what good sleep even means. Because that old, rigid idea of perfection, it's a huge source of our stress, and it's actually making things worse.
So here's a much better way to look at it, a kind of flexible three-part checklist. Okay, first up, there's duration. Yeah, 7 to 9 hours is the general guideline for adults, but the key is not to get obsessed with hitting a magic number every single night. Second, and this is a big one, waking up in the middle of the night is totally normal. The problem isn't that you wake up, it's when you stay awake with your mind racing. And finally, number 3, waking up feeling refreshed. This is the true test. This is the real goal of quality sleep.
All right, let's move on to what is probably the single biggest enemy of sleep for so many of us. This idea, this whole cultural story that pits our productivity against our need for rest.
And this just lays it out so clearly, doesn't it? The myth versus the reality. For so long, we've bought into this hustle culture narrative that says to get ahead, you have to sacrifice sleep. But all the actual science points in the exact opposite direction.
And this is the bottom line. You see, real productivity, it's not about logging more tired hours at your desk. It's about having a brain that's actually sharp, rested, and firing on all cylinders. A well-rested mind works more efficiently. So sleep isn't lost time. It's probably the best investment you can make in your performance.
Okay, so this leads us to a really critical idea, one that can literally change everything for you. See, sleep is not a one-size-fits-all deal. It's deeply personal, and understanding your own unique sleep code, well, that's where the power is. So, what on earth is a chronotype? Well, think of it like your body's built-in sleep software. It's your genetic programming for when you naturally feel alert and when you're supposed to be winding down. And this isn't about being lazy or disciplined. You can't change it. It's just biology. So take a look at this. We've got the 3 main types here. Do you see yourself? Are you a classic morning person, an intermediate type, or a total night owl? Figuring out which one you are is step 1. It's all about stopping the fight against your own body and starting to work with your natural rhythm. And what's really wild is that this isn't static. It actually changes throughout our lives. As little kids, we're usually morning people. Then, bam, the teenage years hit and we become total night owls. And no, it's not just their phones. It's actual biology. Then we kind of settle down in adulthood before circling right back to being early birds when we're older. We come full circle. Okay, so we've talked a lot about the why. Now, let's get super practical. Let's get into the how. Here's a really simple, actionable formula you can use to, well, invite sleep to happen instead of trying to hunt it down. Remember that quote we started with about chasing sleep? Well, this is the answer. You just stop. You stop chasing it. Instead, you focus on setting the stage. Sleep is a guest, right? You have to make your home inviting for it to show up. So this formula starts with 3 internal conditions. These are all about what's going on inside you, in your body and your mind. They're the first checks you got to make before you even think about crawling into bed. Then, only after you've got those 3 things sorted, there's just one last piece of the puzzle, an external one. And this is all about your actual physical environment. And here it is, the whole shebang, the 3+1 formula. Think of it like a pilot's pre-flight checklist. The 3 internal checks are 1. Is it actually my biological bedtime according to my chronotype? 2. Am I even tired, like physically and mentally tired enough to fall asleep? And 3. Am I relaxed, or is my mind racing a mile a minute? Only when you can say yes to all 3 of those does that final +1, your bedroom environment, even matter. Seriously, if you miss one of those first 3, the fanciest mattress in the world isn't going to help. Okay, let's bring this all home with what might be the biggest mindset shift of all. This is about completely changing how you see your sleep, or your lack of it.
This right here, this quote changes the game. It says, stop treating sleep like another chore on your to-do list, something you can pass or fail. Instead, think of it like a mirror or a dashboard for your life. So here's the big idea. A bad night's sleep isn't actually the problem. It's just the symptom. It's the messenger. It's your body's smoke alarm going off, telling you that something else, your stress, your work-life balance, your daily routine, is out of whack and needs your attention. So we're going to leave you with this one question to think about. Instead of stressing out and asking, why can't I sleep? What if you asked, what is my sleep trying to tell me about my life? Try using it not as another reason to be anxious, but as your own personal, compassionate guide to finding a little more balance.